Hello and welcome to the Purgatorians cast interviews. In this series, you shall be able to find out more information about the cast, what other projects they are currently working on, as well as their views about the character and the show. Today we have Brandon M Hess, who voices William Evermore in the show. Thank you, Brandon, for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
What was your initial response when you read through the synopsis of the Purgatorians and the cast of characters involved?
I suppose you could say my initial response was that I was just straight up really impressed with the sheer amount of thought and depth that was being presented, even with just the initial presentation of these characters and how thought out that the whole project seemed to be from the get-go.
Why did you want to take part in such a large project?
I mean, how could I not? Call me ambitious, but when I saw the posting for the Purgatorians and just how in-depth everything was and how epic the whole series and the scope of it looked and how committed the creator was to it, it just spoke to me and basically said, you have to try out for this. You have to give this a shot. And so I did, and now here I am.
What can you tell us of the story of the show, the themes and such?
The show, as I understand it, is something of a dark, tragic, Orphic epic. It's set in a strange and mysterious town where nobody ever visits or leaves. They just are brought there or they arrive there, and they basically just have no choice but to exist until they die or are just wiped out by circumstance or the periodic sandstorms that devastate the town every 15 years or so. That is, at least until a supposed prophesied one shows up.
In your opinion, why will people want to listen to this show? What would keep them coming back for the next episode?
Well, if not for just the dark, compelling mystery of the show and the setting, then the vast, diverse cast of interesting characters in each of their stories and how they all tie into each other and the greater plot as a whole. there's definitely going to be something for everybody here to want to keep coming back and invest themselves. That and all of that juicy, juicy drama.
Please, tell the viewer something about your character you are voicing.
The character I play is William Evermore, and he is a very dry and jaded man. He has a seat on the council, and he has just seen all of the events unfold so often before, and he's just completely desensitized to it. He's not so much a bad guy, but he's very much a cold pragmatist, for better or worse.
What do you feel will be the hardest part of bringing your character to life?
In all honesty, I think probably the hardest part of playing this character is that I'm so used to playing these big, bombastic, larger-than-life performances, and this requires very much a more delicate, reined-in, grounded approach. I've no doubt that I can do it, but it's definitely outside my wheelhouse. Still, I love a challenge, and this is one that I'm more than willing to rise to.
If your character is to die in the show, how would you want this to happen?
Ooh, that is an interesting question. I think the most satisfying way I could think of for my character to go out would be one of two ways. Either he ascends to the top of the villainous ladder and comes just within arm's reach of his ultimate goal, only for him to be toppled and snuffed out at the last moment, or he gets a change of heart and is able to commit an ultimate sacrifice for the greater good and earn himself some redemption or atonement of some kind.
If you could have chosen any character, male or female, who would it be and why?
I mean, if I had to pick someone else, I guess I would say Jamie, if only because I like chasing after the main character roles. But in all honesty, I think I kind of knocked it out of the park with William and landing him because I really like his character and I really like being able to do his voice and what he's able to do and what he can bring to the table, that is, to the series.
How much input do you have in the show? And does the creator of the show keep you informed about the decisions being made?
I don't really know that I have that much input, at least creatively, in the show. But frankly, I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing either. It's the creator's show and their vision, and I'm here to bring it to life, and I'm happy to do that. And as for the second part of the question, absolutely the creator definitely keeps us informed about the decisions being made. They are very vocal about every little update about the show, about personal matters that might affect the show, etc., etc. There is no stone unturned, and it's very good for keeping abreast of the situation.
What inspired you to become a voice actor?
I've been a fan of cartoons and animation my entire life. They've literally shaped me as a person, creatively and even just personally. And as I was growing up, I would often recognize certain voices across different cartoons, and eventually I came to realize that there were people behind those cartoon voices, and it was a legitimate career to do voices for cartoons, for audiobooks, for audio dramas, and radio dramas, etc., etc., and the more I learned about it, the more I just fell in love with the idea. I've always loved acting, and voice acting, honestly, even more so, because I feel it gives me the chance to really connect with some of my favorite mediums, be it animation or even just audio.
Is this your first show, or have you done other voice acting projects?
This is not my first project that I've ever been a part of, but it certainly won't be the last. I've been on a number of other projects, some machinimas here and there, the occasional fan dub. Not a whole lot that's really gotten off the ground, though, and nothing really major.
In your opinion, what separates the show from others that you have done?
Put simply, scope and originality. The Purgatorians is by far the biggest and most original project I have ever had the privilege of being a part of, and I am really excited to see where and how it goes as it comes out.
You were first cast in the show when you originally started holding auditions in 2015. What were your thoughts when the 2015 show went dark? Did you think that was the end of it?
I mean, it was disappointing to say the least, but I mean, I just figured that was the way it was. Projects like that go under all the time. Sometimes things just don't work out, or sometimes creators just want to do other things, or they just can't commit the time to it. It happens all the time. So, yeah, I suppose I did think that was the end of that project at that point.
What were your thoughts when the creator reached back out to you almost 9 years later in 2024?
When the creator reached back out to me, I was surprised and elated to see them, and I immediately thought, this is an opportunity I need to seize, so I got back to them as soon as I could and let them know that I was still interested.
Why did you agree to return?
I agreed to return to the show because I had the time, I had the desire, and I wasn't about to let a role that I auditioned for long ago and landed just slip through my fingers again all of a sudden, especially when I had the opportunity to actually come back to it because, again, I really did want to be a part of this, and I really am glad that I am.
Any plans for after the show ends?
I mean, yeah, but it's ultimately pretty simple. Mostly just keep looking for more projects and keep working on my own projects. Simple as that.
Where can people find you if they are interested in your work and want to know more, or possibly hire you?
Yeah, if anyone is interested in my work, you can find me on YouTube at Working Class Werewolf. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/workingclasswerewolf, where I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're interested in my writing at all, I have an archive of our own at Beckett the Scholar. And if you want to hire me, I have email, and I'm on Casting Call Club, just at Brandon Hess Voices or brandonhessvoices@gmail.com.
Imagine you are your character. Any final words from them to the viewers?
It does none of us any good to focus on what we cannot control. Instead, utilize your best assets and put them towards things you can control. Build your ambition and follow your desires. Make them a reality, and see that your life is as comfortable as possible.
Thank you, Brandon, for joining us, and I wish you and your character every success in both the show and your future roles.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again. I was really happy to be able to do this.
If you at home would like to take a look at the other projects Brandon M Hess has worked on, is currently working on, and for any further information, please check the description of the video. If you're looking forward to the start of the show, and this has piqued your interest, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let us know. If you would like to support the show, Patreon members will receive 1 week ad-free and uncensored early access to all shows, amongst other benefits such as exclusive director and cast commentary videos and the ability to be credited in the description if you would like to submit your reactions and they are chosen for a montage video, as well as much more. Please feel free to look at the rewards in the tiers there. Next week we have Gerard Foley, who voices Darwin Hamilton, to give us their opinions on their character, the show, and other projects they have worked on. I hope you'll join us. Until then, goodbye.
The taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. girlfriend's run off with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping at my ice cold beer, blazing on the sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Well, give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live